Natural gas was brought to Northern Ireland over 20 years ago. Now, thanks to a massive construction project spanning 4 years, more than 500,000 properties will have access to the natural gas network. The new gas transmission pipelines are a joint investment by Mutual Energy, which manages strategic assets for Northern Ireland's energy consumers, and SGN, a major UK gas network provider. The new Gas to the West project, an investment of £250 million, has brought this cleaner, more efficient energy source to major businesses and domestic users.
It brings choice, number one. In the long term, gas tends to be significantly cheaper than other fuels. From an emissions point of view, it's clean burning, you don't see any smoke from the stack, and it allows the west, I suppose, of Northern Ireland to develop just as well as the east.
It's a very exciting step to put the final pieces of the jigsaw in place. Who would have believed that natural gas, which arrived in Larne in 1996, would have ended up as far away as Derrylin and providing effectively what is the best fuel for today to develop a competitive economy and to tackle and eradicate fuel poverty.
Planning got underway in 2015, followed by consultations with the public, landowners and government departments about the ambition of the project.
First phase was getting gas to Strabane. That involved the construction of a pressure reduction station at Maydown. Phase 2 of the project then was the construction of 78 kilometres of high pressure pipeline, accompanied with approximately 112 kilometres of intermediate pressure polyethylene pipes taking gas to the town gates.
Gas to the West has become one of the biggest projects ever seen in Northern Ireland.
You centre line your pipeline, you then put out your fencing to secure your pipeline spread. You then go through and put in drainage to ensure the integrity of the land. You then strip back the topsoil, because the topsoil is vital to keep separate for the landowners when you put that back. You then string the actual pipe itself out along the route. You bend any pipe that you need to bend. You then obviously weld the bits of pipe together. It's imperative that you check those welds. The welds are then coated. Once you've got your weld strings, you then lower the pipe into the trench and then backfill up to subsoil level.
The environmental impact assessment was critical in terms of routing the pipeline. Through our surveys, we ensured that the pipeline was being placed in an area that would have the least impact to the natural environment. By reinstating the land, by reseeding it and giving it back to farmers to use as they had before, basically means that the land can be used with no impact from that pipeline.
As the pipeline reached Fermanagh, the route meant crossing Upper Lough Erne in 2 places, using the latest drilling technology.
The length of the drilling is about 400 metres, and we're going to be going at a depth of about 25 metres below the lock. Imagine your hand drill at home, it's just a scaled up version of that, so it rotates and cuts the rock. At the face, the drilling fluid flows around the outside of the pipes and carries all the cuttings out. The pilot hole is a 300mm diameter, and then when we've got that through to the other side, we can connect up some larger diameter reamers and enlarge the hole. Once the hole is reamed, they'll push the reamer back to the other side, take it off and connect up to the product pipeline and pull the pipeline through the hole. The driller monitors his drill forces, and if he sees that the pulling force is getting too high, then they'll stop and pull back and clean the hole before they try pulling it again.
The drilling rig moved to County Tyrone, where the pipe would be routed under the M1 motorway near Dungannon.
We mark the exit point. We would be pretty confident to get within 200mm of that point. Bear in mind, the assembly head is 12 inches in diameter. It's quite a feat to do, but it's that accurate, the equipment we use here.
As pipe jointing, trenching and land reinstatement continued at multiple locations along the route, project archaeologists made some significant finds. They included this multi-period settlement. It's thought to contain a Bronze Age burial site and a late Neolithic house or ceremonial building.
I think as archaeologists we have to be thankful for the amount of infrastructural work that's happened in Ireland and in Britain over the course of the last 20-30 years, because it's given us a better insight into a lot of the archaeology that we probably wouldn't have known about.
The pipeline slowly extended across the countryside, while work was underway to build the pressure reduction and gas distribution stations.
Gas to the west involves a high pressure line bringing gas. It's like a motorway taking gas into the area. The intermediate pressure lines really brings the gas from the motorway to the town gates.
The first thing we do is we filter the gas. We measure the gas. We then preheat the gas, and the reason we preheat it is during the process of depressurization, the thermodynamics of the gas would mean it would be cold, so we preheat it to counteract the chilling of the gas through that depressurization.
The Gas to the West project is a great credit to everyone who was involved right from the start. People who were campaigning to get gas into the area, right through government to taking the initiative and tendering for it. For ourselves and our project team, along with our partners SGN, right through the planning, consenting process, right through the construction process. The local people have been great in terms of working with us, and the landowners as well, for taking the pipeline right through to the end. And ultimately, it's an enormous credit to everyone who's been involved right through the process. The Gas to the West project brings a new era in clean, competitive, convenient fuel for thousands of new customers in Northern Ireland. Already the Gas to the West project, we've got some domestic customers connected and all the main large business customers, and we're looking forward to connecting hundreds of more business customers and thousands of more domestic customers in the future.